I'm Chris Shattuck, and this is how to configure IMCE and wrap up a project. In this final chapter, we finish integrating the IMCE module with our WYSIWYG to be able to enable simple image edition and styling. Then, we perform some cleanup to get our project ready for client review. Okay, so we created our profile and it looks like it reloaded the page in order to allow us to continue making edits to this profile. But let's go ahead and jump back up to the IMCE configuration by clicking it in the breadcrumbs. And now under Role Profile Assignments, let's select our new profile for the Site Editor role. I'm going to click Site Editors here. So one thing to note about this is that it keeps in mind that a user may have multiple roles. So for example, our site editors also have the guide role. But let's say we set up a profile in IMCE for the guides as well. So we have one for guides and one for site editors. Since site editors have the role of guide as well, then which profile gets used? This says that lighter roles that are placed upper will take the precedence. So lighter roles above the other ones will be the ones that get chosen first. So this positioning of site editor above guide makes sense, since we would want site editors to use a different profile than those of guides, even though they have the guide role. Now, if that sounds a bit confusing, don't worry about it. You can come back to this if you have to configure IMCE for a multiple role environment later. Okay, let's go ahead and save our settings. So we have our IMCE profile set up, and if you remember, as we configured it, we checked that box next to Show IMCE in the user profile. So we should be able to see one in our administrator account. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. I'm going to go ahead and click on this Hello Admin in the administration bar. And now, as a tab in the user account page, there's a File Browser tab. Let's go ahead and click that. Okay, so this should look familiar from the demo that we looked at. If we look at this, we see that we have root, and we have several folders in here: CSS Injector, CTools, Guide Photos, and Styles. And these are all folders that are inside of our Files directory, inside of our Drupal installation. Now in root here, which we currently have highlighted, we have some files that sound familiar. Clouds2, Clouds, which are the Clouds background for the header, Footer.bg, which is the footer background, and then our logo, which we uploaded through the theme settings page. So if we wanted to use this interface in the same way that we've been using the media module, which is as a central image repository to use for images that we're using in our theme, we could simply click on one of these items to view the image down below here, and we could right-click it in order to copy the image location. So for example, if I opened up a new tab and pasted in that image, we could then see the image in its entirety. Okay, so we have this access to any of the files inside of our file directory. Let's go ahead and see what kind of access our site editor has, Heather. So I'm going to jump over to the browser where we're currently logged in as Heather, and let's go ahead and navigate to their account page by clicking on My Account in the lower left-hand corner. Okay. Notice that they have the new tab as well for File Browser. Let's click on that. So the interface looks the same, except on the left-hand side here we have root, and then there's an images directory, and then a folder inside of that called Site Editors. So notice that this is much more restrictive. We can only work with things inside of this folder. So let's do a test upload. Let's take the image that we need to add to our home page eventually and upload it to this folder. I'm going to go ahead and click the Upload button. We have the ability to choose the file, so I'm going to click Choose File. And then in the Images folder inside of your resource pack, there will be an image called homepagephoto.jpg. Go ahead and click that. Once it's selected, you can click Upload, and it will upload the image. We can then choose to upload another image. I'm going to go ahead and just exit out of this for now. And down here at the bottom, we see our image, and we can scroll to view the rest of it. And if we click the image, notice that it's a link. It will open up a new tab with the image so we can see it and copy the URL if we need to. Notice the URL right here. Okay, I'm going to close that out.